So hey, guess what? We've got all kinds of cool stuff going on.
What kind of cool stuff do you have going on?
Well, you know how we can change the world, do all kinds of cool stuff?
I believe that's dynamic content.
It is.
Oh my God.
On June 22nd, and we are going to start June 22nd. That's around the corner. Sometime during the day.
Ah.
Yes, and so roughly about that time, we're going to launch a worldwide event. Now, because we're at E3 and I have the power of macros, I'm actually short-circuiting us all the way to phase number 4.
Oh, look at you do that.
Indeed, look at that. And so, if you'll notice,
there are 4 entire phases.
There are lots of phases. There's actually 5. Oh yeah.
Oh.
And so, what I'm looking around at is a world, and this is not just in Moonshade. This is everywhere. Has been hit by this this storm, and you've got death and water fighting it out on Talara.
And what phase is this?
And this right now is in phase 4. And so, what's happening in phase 4 is through the first 3 phases, we found out what's happening, and that somebody is trying to release Achilleos, the water dragon. And so, what we're going to try and do is equip these cannon right here so they can blast open the doors and we can go punch Achilleos really hard. And so we're going to start shooting that, and we're going to run up the hill. And so through the course, like most of our world events, everybody in the world is going to have things they can do to help us out. But right here at the end, in phase 4, people are going to see what happens when the doors get cracked open. And we're on alpha server right now, so we've got some people who are just looky-loos who came out to see what Hal's doing.
This is actually the live PTS. So you...
What? Yes, we're on PTS.
Messing around.
And so Merdantix comes charging out, and he has some things he wants to say to everybody.
What's he have to say? Groar.
Groar, indeed, yes.
Twice.
So, basically, some people don't ever get to see the inside of a raid. They don't ever get to see the coolest bosses. And so, we go ahead and we bring them on out. Do a little cameo demonstration here. Fortunately, I've got a bunch of dwarves, so we're going to keep him from biting me in the face.
Hey Will, how you feeling?
Thanks, guys.
Oh, good job.
So they lock him down, and I do appreciate their help. And you'll notice I am a cheating son of a gun. I got non-aggro and I'm invulnerable, so that's why nobody's trying to punch me. But it's really hard to keep a raid boss down. At the end of the day, he decides he wants to go back into his house, and there's nobody going to stop him, because Merdantix Fury cannot be bound.
Oh, look at it being able to be bound.
So if I had a fully geared 20-man raid at this point, I could turn and follow him up that hill, I could run in those doors, and I could engage him on his own ground. But because I don't, I'm going to hit F4. And I'm going to teleport inside.
Is there any chance for people out in the open world to actually be fighting him when he comes out, those peekaboo?
There's so much going on in those events. I fast forwarded through. There's lots of combat. There's lots of player participation.
And to every part of the world, right?
Every part of the world, there's things they can do to help out.
Is that going to be going on for weeks before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so June 22nd, we won't be opening this. June 22nd, the first phase of the events begin.
That's the first phase.
And it culminates in the opening of Hammerknell. So I want to point out that Hammerknell is absolutely stunningly beautiful. It's also enormous. So there's our buddy Merdantix waiting for us.
Oh, there he is.
As I come down here, I bring you into this room not just to show you where he lives, but also to point out that this is a winged raid. And so as you complete individual rings, these lights will light up, and then this will be your portal to take on Achilleos. So I'm going to fast forward us over to a different area.
Sound good?
And as you can see, Death definitely has the upper hand in this area. And that is because this guy's there. Sikaron!
Oh, look at him! Oh, he's huge!
And he is awesome and wonderful, and I love beating up on him.
Oh, he's so mad at you right now.
He is.
How many bosses are in this dungeon?
There are 10 bosses.
10 whole bosses.
Yes, you're going to see about 5 of them.
Only 5?
Yeah.
Can we go 6?
No.
Ah! Doesn't hurt to ask.
You know why?
Why?
Because I don't know how to get to the 6th one. I don't have a macro set up on it. So, all right. I bring you into this room mainly just to show off how pretty it is. The artists spared nothing when they started building this world, and it's really amazing. You run up here and you can see this statue is partially finished, so you get a sense of the catastrophe that broke the world actually happened about the time that they were trying to make this statue look as nice as that statue. And
oh, it's gorgeous.
Fun stuff. And so let's see, we're gonna go down here. Oh, can't do that one. Let's do that one.
So with Nations,
so this is one of my favorite bosses right here.
Oh, who is this?
This is Estrode, and I'm going to turn off that so you can see what happens. She is great. She's both melee and does magic attacks on you and cone attacks and whirl attacks. And look at how small this room is. Picture 20 raiders in this room trying to stay away from this kind of a wing slash.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. I love Estrode. So I bypassed the king and his son, the prince.
Play the game, you can play RTS how you want to play.
So, excuse me. Hello, hi, fella.
Wow, that's just rude.
At least I didn't look up. All right.
Goodness.
These guys are also live players.
What happened was the dwarves were experimenting with a type of rune magic that contained evil spirits in these runes. When the ward was shattered, these runes seeped out and saturated this entire fortress. The dwarves sealed it to keep it from leaking out. And what happened is the prince and the king and all of his followers turned into really, really ugly people.
That's a terrible story. That's just mean.
I'm sorry.
So,
this is...
Oh, they are hideous. Look at that one on the left.
It's beautiful, and as you progress through here, you actually have to defeat certain encounters before you can get to the next one. And so I'm going to use the power of the macro.
Slash kill target. He just entered slash kill target.
Nothing. So,
cheating bastard.
absolutely. But we don't just swing open a door. We like explosions and volley bits.
Oh, that's lovely.
Okay, so now I'm going to
You're
take
going to stop and
to
get the loot?
I'm taking you all the way to the end. Now we get to go see the joy that is the finale.
pull out to the war room.
And as you run out here, again, it's just simply beautiful.
Modifications, visual skins.
The story is that Achilleos has been contained, and there he is. You can just see the tip top of him, and you can't figure out what he is, but there he is. He's been contained in this fortress for so long, and his high priest, Jornaru, is about to release him. And as we run up, he starts the rite that's going to turn him into something terrifying.
Oh, Jornaru, why?
You can call in for reinforcements and have them airdropped in, so there's never a permanent loss.
You have mail, by the way.
You're collecting in your army. Tony's now showing a reinforcement drop.
Oh, look at him. Look at that big crab man.
He is just evil, wicked, nasty, and bad. And if I was 19 more people and we all had a lot of equipment, I could show you some really fun combat right here. But I'm only one person, and I have a macro.
It's okay, you're one man, but you're a man with a macro.
Where everybody's playing. Thousands and thousands of players in the world.
So he is now going to begin releasing Achilleos, but he can't do it all at once. But he can release him far enough that we can come out and play a little bit.
Practice on your own. You can go do some hardcore PvP if you want, or you can team up with your friends and do cooperative.
It was awful nice of him to give us a place to stand.
Oh, how nice. Nice little path for you
Before
right
he
out there.
turns that into a toxic wasteland. Oh my god.
Oh.
And then you
Oh,
fight
look
the
at that.
tentacles. And imagine 20 people trying to coordinate their combat on this.
I'm imagining about 50 wipes.
Yes, this is going to be a powerfully bad encounter your first time through. Enjoy it.
Or you can just stand there.
You could. So then I'll just click another button, and they're really nice. They give me this other place to go right
look
before
at that.
they take back what they gave me before. And so from here, on this platform, you'd finally face Jornaru, and then after you've defeated him, you get to learn who the master of this house is.
Oh, whose house is this?
This is Achilleos.
Oh! Oh!
Based on one of your 4 commander classes.
And if you want to see what happens after you kill him, get 19 of your friends, gear up, and go face him.
Oh, he's very pretty. So is this intended to be tier 2 raid content?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And there are 10 bosses that intend to be completed within the 1-week lockout timer?
I don't know exactly that. Before you leave, we'll hook you up with Gersh and I'll get your timings.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.